Yeah. Hi friends, welcome back. Very good evening. Yesterday we have seen that. How to launch the browsers like Chrome browser, like Firefox browser, launching the browsers using with the drivers. We have seen that launching a browsers and navigating URLs is the common functionalities. These functionalities have been defined under one class defined like base test. Under the base test, I have implemented for launching a browser logic and navigating the URL. These functions I can use in any of these test case 1 and test case 2 while extending that base test and calling that respective method, simply passing the arguments. That's what we have seen there, right? Let's try to run once and we'll go with continuation. Yeah, let me run this test case 1. Yeah, it is taking the argument Chrome and landing the Chrome browser and unloading with the URL amazon.in, that Chrome browser. Let it be execute. Yeah, it has started using the Chrome drivers 81. Oh my god, something went wrong. What is that? Session current exception, session not created. This version of Chrome. Yes, friends, the Chrome driver. Okay, the version of Chrome driver only supports Chrome driver 81. I think let me go to the. I've given right 81. Okay, okay. So friends, the drivers what I've given is 81. In environment variables 80 is there. But Chrome version in my system, let's check what is the version. That's what the problem. You have to check what version of Chrome using that supported drivers only. You have to take that. Oh my God, see here. Now see friends, what is my Chrome version? 83. Friends,
83.
yesterday what is my Chrome version? 81, right? Not friends, it was 81.
Yes,
So
yes.
that time in what the 81 supported Chrome drivers have taken that. Okay, so I need to take the updated drivers right here. I need to take the updated drivers which is supported for Chrome 83. So how can we download that? Yes, let's go open the official site for Selenium is seleniumhq.org and click on downloads and come down. Under this Selenium clients and WebDriver language bindings, just click on other language exist. Here we can go Google Chrome driver, click on the release links. Yeah, see friends, yesterday earlier we have this one I downloaded, but now latest version has came. Let's try to download these 83 drivers. Let's click on that. Yeah, mine is Windows system. In the case yours is Mac, means go on download Mac 64. In the case of Windows, even it is 64-bit or 32-bit, there is only one Chrome driver with 32. Go with that to download it. Yes, I have downloaded. Yes. Now let's 1 second, friends. Let me close my WhatsApp. Yeah. So yes, let's go open this location of this Chrome driver. Let's start from here. And let's keep in my our batch is May batch drivers, right? Let's keep in that. Yeah, friends, already I have the Chrome driver. Let's try to delete it from here. Shift delete. Friends, observe here. When I was deleting the Chrome drivers, my drivers are not deleting here. What is saying that? Can you read the message? Friends, what is saying that?
Because
File
the
is
file is open in Chrome.
Friends, yesterday we have opened the Chrome browser with using the Chrome drivers or not? Without Chrome drivers, is my browsers are opening? No. Yes. Without having the Firefox drivers, is my Firefox is opening? No. Even if I try to delete the Gecko drivers, will it delete? Yeah, it has deleted. But Chrome drivers is not, because why? Backend some services are running. Oh my god. What happened? One second. What is that? Friends, we're getting some backend noise. Can you please keep in a mute? Don't mind. Yeah. So friends, when I was trying to delete that Chrome drivers, my Chrome drivers are not getting deleted because some backend process are running. Once you are opening the Chrome browser using the Chrome drivers, it has to be killed in the backend process. When it is going to be killed, once you close that browser through automation, there is some methods are there to close that methods, to close the browsers. We'll see that. Coming today, we'll be seeing that. So it was not close the browser through WebDriver. With what WebDriver reference you open, with that reference only we have to close the browser. Then only the driver's backend services will be get killed. It was not killed, that the region my Chrome drivers are showing here, not able to delete that. How can we delete this? If it is not deleting like this means there is a process. How? In your taskbar, right click, go to the task manager, go to the task manager. Here you just click a character C. Yes, here Chrome drivers is running right backend. See friends, Chrome driver is running backend, right? Now what I will do, I will kill this Chrome driver. Just select end the task. Now see, there are no Chrome drivers running backend. Observe, there are no Chrome drivers running backend. Now you try to delete this. Now you try to delete this. Shift delete. Is deleting or not? Friends, observe, that's the problem. If any of the drivers are running backend, you must kill that in your task manager, then only it will get killed that. Now let's try to extract here. Okay, fine. I have taken the latest drivers. Yes, the same path I have given a script, right? Now it is script is going to be execute perfectly. The path is same, right? For that the Chrome drivers, the path is same. But I have changed the file name Chrome driver as a 81, 83, I think, 83. Now if I run this program, definitely my program does the execution perfectly. See now 83 drivers is taking, my Chrome is opening that. Got it, friends? Is everyone clear? Okay, fine. So now friends, let's see some WebDriver commands. Let's see some WebDriver commands. You know that yesterday we have seen in the official site of Selenium, hq.org. So let's open that API docs for that Java. So WebDriver is interface under the package org.openqa Selenium. Under this package only there is a WebDriver is there. WebDriver is an interface. It has some WebDriver methods. So what are the methods? These are the 13 methods. Close, find element, find elements, get method, get current URL, get page source, get title, get window handle, get window handles, manage. These are the navigate, quit, switch to. These are the 13 abstract methods. Without these methods, there is no Selenium. These are the main methods we'll be using to interact with elements, to perform, to close, or to open, to switch one window to other window. Okay, all those things. Okay, getting title, getting page source, getting the current URL, everything will be done with these methods only. Okay. Friends, one of the method we have used, get is a method we use. What is that get method? Loads a new web page in a current browser window. See, yesterday we have been used, right? Where in this, in navigate URL, we use one of the WebDriver method get, which is loading that website URL. Yeah, let's see some more methods. Let's see some more methods, WebDriver methods while working with that. Friends, when I was running this code, my screen is not maximizing. Noticed? My screen is not maximizing. My screen is very short. See, in a small, it is not tight fit to my screen. In a very small window, it was displaying my Chrome browser. In this browser, I was open Amazon website. If you observe, see friends, here we can see 4 links are there. If you expand this based on the resolution, it expands. Some more links will be visible here. Until unless you maximize, some elements cannot be interacted to perform any operations. Here, as of now, we can see 4 links. If you maximize, see tight to fit the screen, my resolution happens. Now some more links are visible here. Now my browser is not maximizing. I want to maximize it. And see, for every browser we have a title. See here, for every open application we have a title. Online shopping site in India, shop online for mobiles, books and watches. I want to get that title. We can get that. See, in the address bar we have given amazon.in. I want to get that current URL which is in the address, HTTP address. Yes, we can maximize the window, we can get the title, and we can get that current URL using that WebDriver methods. Let's see that. So now I want to maximize my window. So which method, which WebDriver method we use here? Which WebDriver method we use here? Manage. We use the manage. With using manage method, we can maximize our window. Let's come here. So driver dot. What is your WebDriver reference? Driver, right? See here. We already given our WebDriver reference is driver. This driver is pointing to either it is a Chroma or it is a Firefox. Which browser you want to maximize? This driver is pointing to which condition? That condition browser we are maximizing. Yeah. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, which maximize our window. That is a match. Next, I want to get the title of this. I want to get the title of any window like this. See, having WebDriver like this title. For this, having my drive, Google Drive, something is coming like this, right? Okay. So yes, if you want to get the title of that, yes, we use one of the WebDriver method called get title. We are getting something. We are getting something. The title of the current page. The title of the current page. Okay. Yeah. So driver dot get title. Friends, we are getting something. That is a what type? That is a what type? That is a string type.
String.
Yes, that is a string type. So take that title and store into one variable of type string type. Get title gets the title, and let's keep in one variable storing into one variable. Friends, this is see friends. Whenever lastly use the method, what is the type written type of that method? Is string. The same thing we must do it for this variable of that type. No need to type string string like that. So directly mouse over on this variable, click on create local variable title. Automatically, what is the lastly method contain the return type? That return type will be used for this variable. Don't do like this. Just click on that variable. It takes the return type. Let's try to print for your understanding. This title is coming or not. Next. I want to get that what the URL I have placed here in the address bar. That URL I want to get. What the method we use? Yes, get current. Yes, get the string representing the current URL that the browser is looking at. Yes, get. We are this also we're getting something from the application. Return type is what? String type. String type. So let's give here driver dot get current URL. The return type is string type. Let's give some of type string type. Let's try to print that URL. See now it launches browser Chrome and navigates to this and maximize the window and gets the title of the current window, and it will get the current URL loaded in your website. Let's run this code. Let's see that observation. See now using 83 Chrome drivers, open the Chrome browser, navigate it to the Amazon, and it will be maximizing the window. Yes, and it will take the title of that and gets the current URL where it's coming in the console window. See here, it was getting the title of that open website and giving that in address bar what is the current URL is loaded. It's getting or not? Yes. Next. Now you want to remove the cookies. You want to remove the cookies in your system. So friends, like in your browser you'll be having some cookies, right? So sometimes cookies will interact your executions. Some cookies are good cookies will be there. Some cookies are bad cookies will be there. Good cookies never harm us, our executions, any flow, and bad cookies will harm us. So when we are working with browsers, some anything uninterrupted events happens, what we do, we generally remove the cookies and we'll try again, right? Yes. Even friends, once you're executing, some cases your scripts are getting failed. Okay, so friends, blindly when one run is happen is getting failed means don't blindly raise any defects. Make try to execute for twice and thrice and ensure that it is getting that the same behavior failure, then only you raise a defect. And make sure before you're running 2 times 3 times, make sure you must remove the cookies and try it. Okay, na? Yeah, that's what whenever you want to remove the cookies in the browser, yes. Here, one of the WebDriver method we use, what that? Navigate. No, manage only. Yeah, manage only. Driver dot manage dot delete all cookies. Delete all cookies. You want to delete specific cookie, delete cookie and give that cookie name. You want specific cookie you want to delete, you can give this one method. You want to delete any kind of cookies, you just give this delete all cookies. It will be deleting all the cookies. With manage method only, we are deleting cookies. With manage method only, we are maximizing the window. Okay. Yes, next friends, now suppose if I go with one of the website bbc.com, I go with bbc.com. Here see, now here we can see that some news links are available in this home page. So and will be come down, all the news links will be there. And if we come down here, we can see some latest business news are there. Day by day, what are the news will be exist, top 5 news will become under this as a latest business news. Suppose I want to see this news of this first one. If I click on that, what happens? The page is refreshing with the home page and it is displaying that link clicked content, right? And if I want to see the second news, what to do? What to do now? If I want to see the second news, what I have to do
Back.
here?
Go back.
Go back. The second news will not be here because I clicked on first news. The home page got refreshed. It has navigated to that the link what you have clicked with that link content page has been displayed here. If you want to click on second news means we must click on the back button. Back buttons here. Now only I can click on second news link like this. If you want to click on backward, if you want to click on forward, or if you want to refresh the browser, yes, we can do that. Yes, how we can do that? Yes, we use the WebDriver method called, one of the WebDriver method we call navigate. Okay, an abstraction allows the driver to access the browser's history and to navigate to given URL, or we can navigate to backward, forward, refreshing, anything we can do with the navigate method. So let's go here. Driver dot navigate dot back. This moves the backing that browser. If you want to move the forward, driver dot navigate dot not manage, navigate, sorry, navigate dot forward. And if you want to refresh your browser, it's driver dot navigate dot refresh, like this. Friends, if I run this program, you may not feel it instantly. It happens backward, forward, refresh. To make you feel, I will be giving some synchronization wait statement between this backing and forward and refresh. I want to make you feel. Okay. So friends, I will be, after clicking on black button, I will be making wait for 4 seconds for to make you feel. So if you want to wait for some time, friends, in Selenium we having some synchronization methods are there. I was not using that as of now. I was using the Java synchronization method as a method called sleep method. Friends, sleep method is a static method, will be called with the class name called thread. Okay, yes, thread dot sleep we are using with. Yeah, sleep is a static method under the class called thread. That's why thread.sleep I was calling. Under the sleep method, it is expecting one parameter, that is a milliseconds of type long time. So milliseconds means what? Yes. If I want to wait for 1 second, that represents milliseconds as 1,000 milliseconds. If I want to wait for 5 seconds, 5,000 milliseconds, we have to do that. Okay, na? It takes in the form of milliseconds. So I was giving like a 5,000 milliseconds, which means nothing but it's a 5 seconds. Now we're getting some exception. This is a checked exception. This is a this is a checked exception. Just mouse over and click on add throws declaration. Now we are getting like take the parent type of exception. It will handle any kind of thing, right? If anything comes, it will be handling that. Just give the exception. The same synchronization method, just you in between the forward and refresh. Otherwise, you will not make it will not feel it what is happening here. To make you feel, clicking on back button, I was making to wait for 5 seconds. After clicking on forward, I was making for 5 seconds. Then it clicks on refresh. Okay, to make you feel, I've given the synchronization methods. Okay, now let's try to run this code. See friends, now it was back the browser, wait for 5 seconds. Now it forwarded, wait for 5 seconds, observe the refresh button. Refresh happens. Observe friends, noticed? Friends, is everyone clear? Friends, is everyone clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, friends. Now, friends, how many times I open my Chrome browser? First of all, tell me how many times I open my Chrome browser? I think
Only
hardly
one
like
time.
4 5 times I opened. Friends, I opened 4 5 times. See in the backend process, right click on taskbar, task manager. See here, my Chrome drivers. Okay, now it is not. Okay, fine. Actually, Chrome drivers will be coming here. Chrome drivers will be there. Okay, fine. In backend, it's not running something. Fine, no issues. Now, see, friends, every time I was closing my browser myself, I want to close my browser through script. I want to close my browser through script. Yes. How can we do that? Yes. In your WebDriver methods, there is a quit one method is there, and there is one more method is there, close. Close one more method is there, and quit is one more method is there. Both are meant to close that browsers. Both are meant for to close the browsers. See here, close what it does, close the current window, quitting the browser if it's the last window currently open. Would see only one window it will tries to close, that too. Suppose when working with your WebDriver scripts, you may function with some other elements, opening some other new tabs or some windows where the control is presented. Okay, that window only is going to be closed, the current window. That's a close functionality. When I go with the quitter, quits this driver, closing every associated window. All the consecutive windows opened by the WebDriver will be get closed. And also backend services of Chrome drivers also will get killed when using the quit method. That's the difference for close and quit. 1 second, let me brief 1 second close and quit difference. Close will closes current active window. It never closes more than one windows. But come to the case of quit method, it will closes that all the consecutive windows which are opened through WebDriver, everything will be get closed. This is one difference. And second difference is using the close method, backend browser drivers will not be killed. When using with the quitter, yes, closing along with all the associate windows, it will also kills that browser drivers as well. That's the difference for close and quit. Okay, na? Yeah. See here. Now, if I want to close that, as of now, you don't feel anything because there's only one browser. Okay, I can go with the driver.close or driver.quit. Anything we can go with. Yeah. See here, I'm going with quit. So okay, let's run this program. See, backward 5 seconds waits, forward 5 seconds it waits, and refresh and closes the browser. We have only one active browser that was closed. If we, when working with the web elements, we click something in any web element, some more new tab has opened. How many windows then? 2 windows. In that case, we use the quit method, right? Okay, like this, close and quit. And one more thing to say. So friends, as of now, if you want to open any website, what is the WebDriver method we are using? If you want to navigate to any of the URL, what is the WebDriver method we are using? Come on, friends.
Get method.
Get
It's
method.
navigate URL.
Yes, get method we are using that. Yes, not the get method to navigate any URL. With using the navigate method also, we can navigate to the any URL. See here. See, our navigate is there. As of now, navigate is used now to move the backward, to move the forward, to refresh it. Not only with that, we can also navigate to URL also. See, navigates to given URL. See, I will tell you the difference. Why? What is the difference for get and navigate while using that? Let me brief that. Driver dot navigate dot to. Here we have to give that. So this also does the same thing. What get does, navigate also does the same thing. Then what is the difference? I will tell you that. Let me run this code. Even get works and even navigate also works to navigate to URL. What is the difference for these two? Means, friends, one difference is get is a method. So when we give that URL, that first time it connects to the server and then page will be getting loaded in your browser. The second time again you are trying to open the same URL. Second time also it goes to the server, fetch that URL address and land it in our browser. Every time it connects to server and opens the page. That's the difference. And where go to the navigate method. First time you are trying to open that website URL. First time it connects to the server and loads in the browser. Second time onwards, instead of connecting to the server, it takes from the cache. It is from the local cache. That's the difference for and get and navigate. Some performance wise, little faster is going to be, navigate is going to be little faster in loading the pages compared to the get method. Because why? Get always gets the URL address from server, but whereas navigate, first time it connects to the server and loading the URL, second time onwards it will be taken from your cache. Okay. So I got the difference, right? Get and navigate method. Close and quit methods. Is got difference, friends?
Yes, sir.
And if you next is that page source. You want to get that page source code. Suppose like every web page has a source code. See, even if I right click on this page, view page source is there. View page source. If I right click on this page source means I'm getting the source code for that current page what I have taken, right? That's the page source. Here there is a get page source. Get the source of that last loaded page. This is the page what contains the source code that will get that. That certain type is string. And get window handle, get window handles. So friends, so we have opened so many window tabs are there. This is one Gmail tab, one window. This is a Google Drive tab. This is a web driver tab. This is a something BBC tab like this. Every window, this is called every window is one instance. Every window having its own unique handle ID. It's having its own unique handle ID of type alphanumeric. Alpha, this have some alphanumeric ID. This window is having alphanumeric ID. Yes. If you want to switch from one window to other window, yes, we use the switch to one of the WebDriver methods. Switch to is one of the method is this here. Switch to. This switch to is method is used to switch to the frames or to switch on to the windows. How can I switch on to the windows? Based on the window handle IDs. Okay, how can we get the window handle IDs? There are two WebDriver methods are there. Get window handle, get window handles. These are the two WebDriver methods. Get window handle ID means it gets only particular window handle ID alphanumeric. That's why return type is a string type. Type is a string type. If you are opening any multiple windows, you want to switch from one window to other window, you must get all the window handle IDs. Through that window handles ID only, we can switch to our targeted window. In that case, get window handles. Friends, window handles, every window handle ID is a unique one. It don't have any duplicate IDs. So storing this get window handles of type what type? Set of string. Friends, set will encourage duplicates are not allowed. Set will encourage duplicates values or not?
Not allowed.
Not allowed. List will allow the duplicates. Will not allow the duplicates. So window handle will be the unique handle IDs. That's the reason the handle IDs are storing of set of strings. All the unique handle IDs will get stored. Okay, friends. And friends, we're getting some noise. Can you please be in the mute? Don't mind. Yeah. And switch to is a method. While getting the window handles, we can switch to either of the window while using the switch to. And even if any frames are there, if any elements are inside the frames, directly we cannot interact with them. We have to switch on to the frame using the switch to method only. Switch to method we use, and get window handle, get window handles. And two more methods we missed here: find element and find elements. So friends, in a browser, we opening any website, it contains number of web elements like text boxes, radio buttons, checkbox, links, images, static text, drop downs. Any elements can be presented. You must interact with that element. We have to find that element and we can perform some operation. So if you want to find the element, we use the methods find element and find elements. Based on singular element or plural element, what the elements you want to find, how many elements you want. Single element you want to interact means go with the find element. If you want to interact with more than one elements, go with the find elements. Like this, we're having 13 WebDriver methods are there. Friends, tell me, I will type here whatever you know that methods. Please tell me 13 methods I'll be typing here. Come on.
Get method.
Yes,
Get method.
Yes, get method.
Get
Quit,
Close and quit method.
close and quit.
Okay, close and
Quit.
quit method. Next,
Maximize.
Manage.
Manage.
Okay.
Is there
Navigate.
is a minimum
Maximize
Huh?
also there, right?
Okay. Using the manage, we're doing a maximization.
Yeah,
and
right. Yeah.
and minimize?
Set method.
Navigate.
Set.
get method is written, right? Get given.
Navigate.
Navigate. Yes.
Get title and get URL.
Then window handle.
Get. Okay. Okay. Get window handle.
Get page source.
And element.
And then get window handles, right?
Yes.
Get current URL.
Get
Get
current
current
URL.
URL.
Get current URL.
Get page source.
Get page source. What next?
Then find element.
Find elements.
Find element.
Find element.
Elements.
Find element.
Elements
Find
and
element.
Find
and
element.
element. What next? Get title. Okay. Get title. What next? One more is left. Which two?
Which
There
two?
is a lot of noise coming in here.
Yeah. Friends, please be near mute. If you're having any noise in your background, your home, please be near mute, please. Okay, try to understand.
Ravi, one second. Before you proceed, can you just tell me the difference, the find element and find elements? I mean, you said
Yeah.
if it is a one element, so you're talking about the tag, like the TD, TR inside that, the table. What is the I mean, if I have
Hmm.
one element, then I'll go
Hmm.
with the find element.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
when should I go? If in that particular tag, if I have multiple elements,
Find elements.
so that's that. Okay, okay then.
Yes. If you want to work with the more than one elements, then use the WebDriver method called find elements. If you want particular a single element you want to interact to perform operation, then go with the find element.
Okay, but when we will perform, we will go with by ID or class or something. But find elements, how can we go with multiple? I mean, do we have multiple IDs kind of? That is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, we'll write the locators. We'll write the locators to
Okay,
get the
okay, okay.
locators. We didn't discuss about locators till now, right? We'll come to
Yeah,
that. We are
okay.
talking about WebDriver methods. Okay, na? So like this count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. See friends, these are the 13 WebDriver methods. Friends, these I'm giving as a get off, get current, URL off. These all WebDriver methods are the static methods.
I have
Getting
a
friends?
question. So
Yeah, go ahead.
this is the only 13 method we use to do the automation, or only these 13 static methods, right?
Yes, yes.
And so are there any other method we use
No, these
other
are the
than?
WebDriver methods. These are the Selenium WebDriver methods.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we
100%
gonna use the get and
using
set
all
method?
these methods. 100% these methods will be using. In entire starting to ending, we'll be using. Without these methods, there is no Selenium code. From starting to ending, we'll be using these methods. 100% we use this. Without finding the element, can we perform any operation?
No.
Without get method, can we navigate URL? If you want to switch to any of that window to window, that switch to be used, get window handles we used. If you want to close or quit, close method we use, quit method we use. To maximize or remove cookies, manage we used. Getting? If you open any website using the get method, you want to validate whether the title is coming expected or not. Get title we use that. All methods has acts vital role here. Without these methods, we never furtherly move to next level. Okay, we use every methods.
Sir, when do we use get paid source?
See, if any in the paid source, something is unique value is there. You want to compare that value. Take the value from the get paid source and check with your expected value. If any paid source values you want to compare with your expected value. Okay, you can get any of the actual value from get paid source that can be matched with your expected value. Okay, suppose see get paid source is there. See, suppose this is the one it is there. Let's view page source. View page source. Control F. I was going with titles here. Here I am having
I have no voice from you. You lose the control over the voice.
I didn't talk. 1 second, just a moment.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Now I was right click on BBC page. Okay, Control F. I want to yeah. So I want to get the title of this. In the page source, I'm having title right here. Suppose this is my water. This is the value is there in the page source. This is my expected value. I'm taking it. I'll take all the page source in that is any title is that contains the title or not in this page source. Okay, I will check if my expected value is the same coronavirus colon young could be a scrap or not. Like this value, I'm comparing with that. So for comparisons, any compare you are expecting actual both are equal or not to check that any of the values present in the page source or not, get that value that contains your expected value or not to compare that. You take the page source. Mostly will not use any page source, madam. But in any case, any page source under the page, any source code is to validate with your expected thing means then we go with the page source. Okay, now?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So is everyone clear, friends? So all these 13 WebDriver methods are the static methods. You know, friends, how we call static methods? How we call static methods? Through class name, right? By class name. So which class these all methods being called? By dot. So no, sorry, sorry. No, these are not static methods, friends. Sorry, I mistake. Sorry, sir. These are all the normal methods only. These are the normal methods, not the static methods. These are all the normal methods, WebDriver methods, instance methods. Okay, na? Fine. So now, friends, is everyone clear, right? These are all these WebDriver methods. All these WebDriver methods. Is everyone clear, right? 13 methods. Now, let's talk about WebDriver architecture. Now you got some idea how to land that browser, how to land that URL, how to maximize, how to get the current URL, get the title, how to find the element, how to close, how to quit, get window, get win hands, like these methods are there. Friends, so let's talk about now architecture for the WebDriver, and we'll be wind upping session for today. Okay, fine. So let's take MS Paint for to show you that in drawing that MS Paint. Yeah. So let's draw, friends. Actually, no, friends, you're writing your WebDriver code and browsers are launching. Is it, friends? That is the flow. You know that we are writing the WebDriver code, Selenium WebDriver code using any of the IDE like Eclipse or Visual Studio or IntelliJ, whatever the client source ID we use. There we are writing your WebDriver code using driver.get or driver.navigate, find element like this. So that is the driver your code you're writing, and other end the code you written based on that the respective browser is opening and performing respective operations. This is the flow, you know, in a while seeing visuality. But backend some process will be getting done in your WebDriver architecture. Let's go with that. So here this is the first source, you know that, and here is the second source, you know that. The first source is like our WebDriver code we are writing using some language bindings. Yes, we are writing. So what are the language bindings we are using here? We are using Java, we are using C#, or we are using Python, or we can use like Ruby, like any of that language bindings we can use to build our WebDriver code, right? Yes. So one is we use the Java language binding, and another is we use that Python language binding. Any of the language binding we can use to build our WebDriver code, C# or Ruby, any of the language binding we can use to build your WebDriver script. So as you know here, these are the actual browsers are being presented over here. So these are the actual browsers are being presented here, like whatever browsers to execute. Chrome browser, Firefox browser, IE browser, like Edge, whatever browsers. Yes, in your system, it was connecting and it is being executed as you have instructed, right? Friends, this is what happening as you know that the level, right? So you're writing using any of the language binding WebDriver logic that is opening the browser. This is what we are seeing that physically. But between these two, there are two more things are there where we have to understand that. Yes, what is that? So in between these two, there are two more layers are there, which is making to execute your script in all these browsers. What are that? Yes, there are two more layers are there. One layer is one is yes, one is okay, another is these are two layers are there. So friends, whenever you prefer to write your WebDriver code using any of the language bindings, yes, my Selenium will be connecting to this first layer. This is called as a JSON wide protocol. Yes, it is every WebDriver code is following that JSON wide protocol. JSON wide protocol. Okay, so this code is connected to this layer in a form of JSON wide protocol. Okay, so this JSON wide protocol will connect to this on the next layer, it to connect to that browser drivers. So friends, any WebDriver code you write, is it is without WebDrivers, is it connecting to the browsers? No, right? We must have a WebDrivers. Yes, whatever WebDrivers you have, like a Chrome driver exe, like a Chrome driver exe, or Firefox driver.exe, like IE.exe, like this, you having the native drivers of the browsers. These are called native browser drivers. Native browser drivers. Because friends, know the browsers see, any browsers, it don't allows to share their code to any of the third-party software. See friends, my Selenium is a third-party software. My Selenium WebDriver is a third-party thing which cannot allows to interact directly to my browser. No, the browsers will allow to share their source code to any of their third-party teams. So, but you want to execute your Chrome, you want to WebDriver code to run in a Chrome or Firefox browser, IE browser, or Edge browser. So there must be some third-party dependencies. These are drivers, browser drivers. With these browser drivers only, we can interact with that. Okay, na? So this is the layer. Next, we see that. So let me give that. This goes to this. 1 second. Goes to this, and this goes to this, and this goes to this. Okay, so every WebDriver code what you're writing, yes, internally it is it converted to the JSON wide protocol. It is following the JSON wide protocol in the form of REST APIs. So for every WebDriver command, there is a REST API statements is there. For every WebDriver statement, get is method is there. That get method, it internally it converts to respect to REST API calls in the form of JSON wide protocol. Using some protocol, JSON wide protocol, it was connected to that REST API service. Okay, we have some REST API service. Sorry, REST API calls. We call it the REST API calls. For every WebDriver method have respect to REST API calls. That will be managed by the following that JSON wide protocol, that REST API calls will be getting called. So and here, 1 second. And also here we having some HTTP client also will be there. Through that HTTP client only, we are interacting with your native browser drivers. Okay, fine. Friends, when WebDriver code is written, this will be connected to this next layer as every WebDriver command, it respect to REST call APIs will be getting called in a form of JSON wide protocol. Yes, through these calls with the HTTP client, it will connect to this my native browser drivers. It will connect to the native browser drivers. So what I have given here, Chrome, it comes here, that call, it comes to the call the native drivers of Chrome driver exe. Then it calls my actual browser, real browser in my in my system. Like this goes on. So server, see friends, this part is called as a client. Let me give that. So friends, this part is called as a client. This part is called as a client. CLIENT. This part is called as a client. From here to this, up to this, from here to there, this is called as a server. From here it is called as a server. Called as a server. Okay, this part is called as a client. Okay, from here to this, and this is called as a server. Here in between there is one layer is there, JSON wide protocol. Like every WebDriver command, it converts to respect to REST API calls in form of JSON wide protocol it using, and converts to REST API calls. and that REST API calls using the HTTP client, it checks in the corresponding web driver, native browser drivers, Chrome driver exe is there, then it opens the actual browser. But no web driver command will never directly interact with the Chrome browser or Firefox browser, because any browser's source code will not be shared to any of the third party softwares, because Selenium is a third party. That's why we have to interact with this native drivers with the help of JSON wide protocols in the form of REST API calls. And here, friends, when this REST API calls taking the HTTP client, it is connecting to this native drivers. Here we having HTTP server. Okay, na? Here also we have, here we having the, here is the HTTP client is there. Here we having that HTTP server will be there. So here client is sending that REST calls to this native drivers. Here HTTP server will take the necessary native drivers and connect to open this respective browsers. Here in this we have HTTP client taking the REST API calls, connecting to this native browser drivers through the HTTP server. It was connecting to any of the browser in the web driver code. What browser you given, that actual browser will be opening the real time. Friends, when it is interacting to actual browser, in that actual browser, if anything went wrong, again the process will return back. It has to be received, right? Request happens, now response should be come, right? Response will be coming to your our client here. Again comes to the response will come to the clients here. If it is success, also it comes the response. Even failure also comes the response in giving some exceptions. Even so, see, even when you're running your codes, we're getting some exceptions, right? Even success means okay, some response is coming, that's why successfully executing. Some response is coming because of that failure. Any response comes here, the success or failure, right? Yes. Takes the request from JSON wide protocol, goes to the native browser drivers, and actual opens that actual browsers. And if anything went wrong or some success, again the response will be giving here. Request goes like this to open the browser, and response will be giving here, and test case is passed. If it's fail means so and so fail, and use that logs of that failure with the exception type, all those things. Friends, understood? See, for every web driver command, we'll have some JSON wide protocols. Okay, na? So how can I open that? Let me show you some JSON wide protocols. Okay, so let's open a browser. Let's search with the JSON wide protocols here. So JSON wide protocol. If we search with that, see GitHub, yeah, JSON wide protocol Selenium HQ. Yes, click on that. See, friends, whatever the web driver methods we have seen till now, for every method we have some backend JSON wide protocols in a RESTful API calls. See, if I go here down, some come down. Some. See, let's come. Yes, here. All the post get. Post means what? Giving to the browser. Getting means what? Getting from the browser something, right? If you want to post something to the browser, post command. You want to get something means get command, like this here. Every method we have some, see, back, we have used that back, right? What we are posting something to, we are not expecting something, we are posting something to click on back. See what happens? Navigate backward in the browser history if possible. Refresh. See, refresh is the web driver method. That is the REST API call. This is a REST API call. See, every web driver method internally it will call this REST API calls. The JSON format, it will execute this RESTful API calls with the HTTP client and goes to that native browsers and in that HTTP server. Then it calls the actual browser interacting with respect to elements. See, getting, friends? Taking a screenshot. We didn't discuss how to take a screenshot. For that, this is a REST API call. Okay, activate, deactivate. Frames. If you are working with the frames, for every frame we have this RESTful call. If you're working with the windows, like the size of this windows, position of this windows, maximizing the window, cookies. Okay, find element and find elements here. Search for an element on a page starting from the document root search the multiple elements on a page starting from the document root. If you are working with the find elements, these are the find element and elements. These are the REST API calls. Okay, friends. Okay, like this. So click, if you are clicking any link or button for that, this is the REST API call. Okay, so value, key, some clear, select, enable, this is all the REST API calls. Click, move to. So if you want to do the move to, click button down, button up. Okay, you want to move up and down like this. Okay, button up, button down, click down, up, move, scrolling the scroll bars like this. Okay, for every command we have corresponding REST API calls in the form of JSON format. It will be sending to the HTTP server. The HTTP server will goes to the actual browser to perform that operation. So every WebDriver command directly will not interact with browser. So through JSON protocol in the form of REST API calls, it will connect to the HTTP server. From there, it will be involved in a actual browser. This is what actual process goes on in every WebDriver command. Friends, is everyone clear?
Yeah, Ravi, I have one question. Like,
Yeah.
we have a WebDriver which is having some methods which you showed us, like 13 methods. So even this JSON having also some own methods, like you showed something like up and down the scrolls. So those are given by the JSON protocol, something like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. See, every event. See, we are
Mm-hmm.
clicking. We are button clicking, or you're clicking on a button or a button or a link. We click on that, right? So for that also click. There is a JSON one. JSON here. The session / colon session ID / click. Click any mouse button at the coordinate set by the last move to command. So whenever using click method, so we'll be doing some operations, click operations, right? Click is one operation. Even to
Okay.
happen that there is one JSON call is there.
Mm-hmm.
REST API call is there for this clicking method. If you want to move mouse over elements are there. Move on to the element, then only some list of elements are going to pop up. Move to is one of the REST calls. For alerts, REST API calls like this. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
So for every event, there will be one REST API calls. Backend, every WebDriver command will be converts into that REST API calls using the JSON wire protocol, using the HTTP client, taking this REST API calls, going to that native drivers in the HTTP server. It will be goes to the actual browser. Then event will happens. Okay, now all the REST API calls, the JSON wire protocol, HTTP client will connect to this native drivers. In this, we have a HTTP server. This will be loads the elements on the respective actual browsers, and response will be giving back to this like this, giving the output finally here. Got it? This is the internal structure happens. This part is called client. From here, this is called as a server. This is the mediator which acts connecting to this WebDriver and to this actual browser. Okay, now in this we have HTTP client, we have a HTTP server. Client is sending the request to server, server is connected to this. Again, server is back given to the client. Client is connecting to your WebDriver and giving the response like pass or pass, fail or fail, like this. If this fail means what the fail of the region, some exception will be throwing in this. Yes, what this has thrown, right, friends? Friends, I hope I was clear today. Tomorrow, talking about updating,
Yes.
upgradation of that script.
Yes.
Friends, we have written the code for launching a browser and to navigate the URL. There is my code is somewhat dynamic, still some static is there. Still some staticism is there in my script. How to maintain my script some more dynamic tomorrow, I will be discussing on that while implementing the properties class. Okay, friends. Okay, friends. I have done the session for today. Tomorrow we'll be talking about how to take the data how to take the data dynamically instead of taking the data through script. Friends, data will not be taken from the scripts. Data must be taken from external sources. We are having so many sources out there, properties files and excels, like so and so are there. Tomorrow we'll be talking about talking about properties files. In that properties files, we're doing some more exercises, how to take the data, different approaches. And also we'll talk about instance servers. Friends, in a real time, we'll be having the production instance and non-production instance servers will be there. Agree or not? Yes, generally we are opening Amazon.com is a production URL. If you want to open non-production URL like as a stage server URL Amazon, or test one Amazon URL, or performance Amazon URL like this, you want to open any of the non-production URLs, how do you open? How to write the dynamic code to get that instance URLs based on we get a request to run on test one. I must simple change that makes to drive to open test one browser, test one instance application. If I got request for stage, I must load the URL with the non-production server stage Amazon URL. How can we load that kind of mechanisms? We'll show you by using the properties files. Okay, friends, that is the agenda for the tomorrow's session. Okay. Friends, hope everyone is clear today's session. I will share this recording as well. Please go through that and please do practice. Okay. Yep. Okay, done for today. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.